Cheese tea. What is that?
And if he has become involved in this masturbatory conduct, why are you worried about trading cars with him?
Because you lying. Oh no. Oh my god. Okay, let's see how she gets herself out of this one.
Well, it wouldn't have been his car because you wouldn't have needed to exchange his.
Man, I feel like every time she got into his car to use it, the first thing she did was sniff the seat of his car like, ah, Travis. Ah.
Car for his car, right?
It would have been mine or his.
Right. So you're driving your car, right?
Trying to get the day-old farts in. What does this ad mean? What the fuck? Okay. You know, he doesn't look that intimidating, right? Looks like a chill guy. As soon as he opens his fucking mouth, they're just like, what the hell? Like, oh my god, look at Jodi. Look at her face. What happened to her? Wasn't her hair blonde? What happened to the blonde hair? Did you get access to hair dye when you're in prison? So by this time, she has already been testifying for, I think, like 20 plus fucking days. It was something wild like that. She was testifying for a very long time. And I just can't imagine. I think like by the time Juan Martinez got up there, he was like ready to just fucking destroy because he was like, man, I've been listening to your testimony for 21 fucking days and it was just all BS.
You may cross-examine the witness.
You recognize that exhibit, correct?
Yes.
And that's a picture of you, correct?
Yes.
Right here. And the other one is a picture of your dumb sister.
Listen, when I was editing this video, I don't think I've ever seen any footage of the case. I was like, what the fuck? That is a strong start. Camille Vasquez did a really strong start when she was cross-examining Amber Heard, but this was like 10 times as strong. Here's a picture of you and your dumb sister. I was like, what the fuck?
Angela, correct?
That's my sister. She's not dumb.
Well, do you remember having a conversation with Travis Alexander back on May 10th of 2008?
Yes.
And do you remember that you tape recorded that conversation?
Yes.
And during that conversation, isn't it true that you said, but I honestly think she's a little bit dumb? You said that, right?
Yes, I called her dumb and stupid.
Damn, it's fire.
Did I ask you whether or not you called her stupid, man?
No.
I asked you whether or not you called her dumb, right?
Yes.
I didn't know you were allowed to be this mean to the witness. Yeah, just wait until you see how she tries to worm her way out of answering certain things. Sorry, the hammer thing started up again. I think it's like lunch break over. Now, take a look at the court stenographer. He makes a lot of facial expressions too. He's like, I think he gets really invested into what's going on. Remember like Judy, the court stenographer? She was just kind of just chilling, doing her thing. But this guy's like...
And you indicated that you loved your mother, right?
I do love my mother, yes.
Did you or did you not indicate that you loved your mother? I'm not asking you if you love your mother. I'm asking you if you indicated it.
I don't remember.
Spicy.
Do you have problems with your memory, man?
Sometimes.
So you can tell us, for example, what kind of coffee you bought at Starbucks back on June 3rd of 2008, but you can't tell us what you said yesterday or the day before?
I always got the same drink at Starbucks.
Okay,
And
good explanation.
You can tell us, for example, what type of sex you had with Mr. Alexander many years ago, but you're having trouble telling us what you said a couple of days ago?
When I'm under stress, yeah, it affects my memory.
And in fact, it's okay for you to make comments about, for example, Angela and call her dumb and stupid, right?
No.
Is Angela in the
Well,
courtroom?
You said it, right?
I did.
And we heard on the telephone conversation that you were laughing when you said that, right?
Yeah, it was sentimental, kind of.
You were laughing. You weren't upset when you said it, were you?
No.
But you felt that it was okay for you to go over to his house in August of 2007, didn't you?
After he told me, yes.
Yes or no? Did you feel it was okay to go over to his house?
I said yes. I went to his house a lot in August, so it depends on
Ma'am,
the incident
I'm
you're
talking
referring
about the
to.
incident that you told us about yesterday. Do you remember the one that you related that involved the killing? Do you remember telling us about that?
I did not knock.
You never went in, yes or no?
I said no.
And when you went...
Oh man, you could tell she's getting visibly triggered. She is like, damn, my looks and my charm, it ain't working on this guy. Because he's just fucking, he's steamrolling her. He's essentially getting the answers that he needs from her.
You saw Mr. Alexander, right?
I didn't know it was him at first,
Yes
but
or
yes,
no? Did
that
you
was
see him during that encounter?
Objection, she's asking a question.
Overruled.
Over fucking rule.
I did. I said no.
You didn't see him when you were there that night?
I did afterward, yes.
That night, ma'am, listen to my question. That night, did you see Mr. Alexander inside that house? Yes or no?
Escucha.
Yes.
And he was there with the female, though. You were able to see her face, though, right?
Yes, sort of.
Well, yes or sort of means two different things. Yes or no? Were you able to see her face or not?
Part of it was shadowed from the
Yes or
TV
no, ma'am?
behind her, so I
Ma'am,
saw part of it.
Judge, she's not answering.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I believe that like she just like saw it and then quickly ran out. I feel like if you're a really fucking nosy and you're the jealous type, you would probably stare out there like, who the fuck is that? Who is that woman right there? I don't know. I don't know if I believe that she just ran out. I think she stood there, and I think she knows what the woman probably looks like too.
Answer my question if you can instruct her.
Ms. Arias, listen carefully to the question. Answer only the question you want to ask.
Fucking
Okay,
Juan.
may continue.
So what happened then is you actually were watching what they were doing then, right?
Briefly, yes.
Did I ask you for how long, ma'am? I asked you if you stood there and watched them, right?
No,
You didn't stand there and watch them?
I didn't stand there. I saw it and then I turned it around.
No, you know you did.
But you
I don't
saw
believe
enough
that.
to know that they were kissing, right?
Yes.
So there was no light, there was a television that was on, right?
That's light.
Ma'am, was it a light or was it a television that was on?
It was light from a television screen.
So are you saying that it was the television that was on then?
Yes.
Okay.
And from that light, you were able to make all of this out, correct?
A lot of
Yes.
observations.
No other light was on, right?
Not that I recall.
Wait, I don't think she's 42 though. Hold on a second. I don't think she's 42. Is she? Wait, she is. You're right. What? She's 41 years old. Answer the fucking question.
He was giving me money.
Well, that was for some work, but you could have gotten other work, right?
I guess I could have looked.
Yeah, I think was she cleaning his house or something like that? Oh man, it's like the dream job right there. If someone breaks up with you but you're obsessed with them, what's the way to get into their personal belongings or personal area, smelling their dirty laundry? Oh man, be their fucking maid. Holy shit.
You worked at other places. You know you could have gotten other work, couldn't you?
Not in August. It's very slow season for restaurants.
So you're saying that you were restricted in only getting work at restaurants, that there's no other kind of work that you could get?
Restaurants is,
Yes or no?
I guess that would be no, but I hadn't thought about it.
Listen, if you can work at a restaurant, you can work at other retailers, anything that involves customer service. We work at a fucking restaurant, you deal with some crazy ass fucking customers, okay? Look at the stenographer's
Because
first
you were
face.
Jealous. Right?
No.
He's like,
And then you did talk to him
He's so
about this
into it.
issue, correct?
Yeah.
Well, you fabricated a second text message, didn't you?
After that point, yes.
So, are you telling me that
wait, yeah, because I'm saying, is there a difference between fabrication and lying then? So he says lying, she's like, no. He's like, okay, so you fabricated. Yes.
fabricating a text message is not a lie?
No, I'm
Damn.
not saying that.
You then were asked the question, well, how did that make you feel?
Why do you say it like that? How did that make you feel? I didn't lie. I fabricated it. What's the difference between lie and fabricated? What do you mean?
When you were peeping in his window?
Oh my god, dude! Look at her face. How dare you say that was peep? What a huge fucking call out right there. When you're peeping into his window.
In August of 2007, isn't that
not
the
like
same
that.
kind of feeling that you were having? You were monogamous with Mr. Alexander, right?
Sexually monogamous, yes.
Ma'am, you told us you were monogamous, and that's what monogamous means, sexually, doesn't it? And you ended up in his bed, right?
I think it was a love sack.
Okay, and with regard to at that point, according to you, Mr. Alexander.
See, I think it's so weird how she answers questions like that. He's like, it was a bed, right? Instead of saying, yeah, she's like, it was a love sack. Like, who the fuck cares? Why does that make a difference? It doesn't make a difference. Does it make a difference whether it was a love sack or a bed?
It wasn't discussed.
Maybe it makes a difference later on, but I don't know. It's just like, she'll answer questions like that where it's just like, okay, like just say yes or no. Come on.
That's a picture of your left hand, isn't it?
Yes.
And that shows your ring finger, right?
Yes.
Do you remember that you testified that on January 22nd of 2008, you and Mr. Alexander were involved in some sort of violent encounter? Do you remember telling us about that?
Yes.
And you told us that during that encounter, he threw you down. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And while you were down, that he kicked you, right?
Yes.
And when he kicked you, ma'am, one of the things that happened was that you put up your left hand. Do you remember telling us that?
Oh, no.
Yes, both hands.
Well, you told us specifically about your left hand, right?
Yes.
And when you went to put up your left hand,
Oh, is it gonna be one of those like where are the injuries?
according to you, he kicked you and he damaged your ring finger on the left hand, correct?
Yes.
And in fact, you even held it up for us, didn't you?
Yes.
And it was crooked when you showed it to us, wasn't it?
It's bent. Yes.
It's bent. Show us how bent it is again, ma'am. It's higher, so we can see it sideways. Ma'am, if he caused that damage on January 22nd of 2008, that would have been before this picture that we have here, which is exhibit number 453. It would have been about 5 months before that, right?
It was before that.
5 months, right?
4.
4 months then, right?
Yes.
You
Yikes.
don't have a bent finger here.
Yikes!
In exhibit 4.
Yikes! No.
Do you have a problem with memory?
Occasionally.
And so some of the things that you've told us, for example, then about other things in the past, you may have also had problems with your memory then, right?
Yes.
And so whatever you told us in the past is somewhat suspect then because your memory may be lacking.
Oh no, yeah, that totally gets her. Oh fuck. So when she admits this memory issue thing, then he's like, well, technically anything that you said could have an issue because you said a memory issue. Oh god. If people believe her memory issues, isn't it better for her because her inconsistencies are more forgivable or believable? I don't know, man. I feel like if you're that inconsistent, then people become really suspect of you. But you know, sometimes when you lie, it's hard to keep up with all your lies and stuff.
Your journal, right?
Sure is.
Why does it look like the Death Note journal?
Yourself
Fucking Death Note journal.
on Sunday, August 26th
Oh,
of 07.
oh man, look at when she stares at him when he walks. Bruh.
Move for the admission of exhibit number 4.
Oh no. Oh no. We're going to the
This
journal
and your
entries.
journals were meant to be private, right? And that incident in August of 2007, where you went over and peeped inside of his house, happened.
He peeped inside the house.
That's
Is there
correct.
anything else in front of you?
Ask and answer, Your Honor.
Wait, what did I just miss?
Not the journal, man.
That's
Is there
correct.
anything else in front of you?
Ask and answer, Your Honor. An argument.
January 24th of 2008.
Oh no. Oh no.
You wrote, I haven't written because there has been nothing noteworthy to report, correct?
Yes.
Didn't you tell us, involving the finger,
Ooh!
that this injury to your left finger, when Mr. Alexander went to kick you, that happened on January 22nd of 2008?
Oh
Yes, it
no.
And yet you write here that nothing noteworthy has happened, right?
Yikes, dude. Oh man. Everything's just falling apart for her. Burn the journal entries. Why would you keep your journal entries?
The Pop Rocks and the Tootsie Pops were involved, right?
Wait, what? Pop Rocks and Tootsie Pops? What do you do with Pop Rocks and Tootsie Pops? I don't know. Does it go into someone's hole? Yeah, but what about the lollipop though? If it was just Pop Rocks, I get it. But like, what do you do with the Tootsie Pop? Yeah, but
That.
All right, I will.
Yes, I just don't know if I'm referencing the 20th on that part of the entry.
Ma'am, is there any other intervening date between the January 20th of 2008 where we started and the very end where you put JA? Is there any other date in there?
That I did.
Yes or no?
There might be. I haven't.
She needs to review it before she can answer
She's
the
looking
question.
at it.
she's looking at it.
Maybe.
Thank you.
Oh man. So much spice.
No, no, ma'am. Don't turn the page. I just want you to look at that next page to see if you see a date.
Like talking to a child.
She needs to review it.
Oh, that's not the question. Overlooked.
That's also in blue ink. No, no, no. You turn the page. Go back. That's also in blue ink, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so he has to get her to agree on this in order to move forward.
And you missed Lonnie's baptism, right?
Yes.
And the reason you missed Lonnie's
Unbelievable, man.
baptism is because you were having a Tootsie Pop placed somewhere, right?
Yes, that's one of the reasons.
Oh, okay, now we get to find out what it really is. Okay. The Tootsie Pop goes somewhere. I don't know, man. Lollipop in your vagine, It's like all sticky and stuff. Like, ugh, I don't know about that. I feel like that's how you can get a fucking UTI or something. Some yeast infection. I don't know about that.
And you think they're hot, don't you?
Oh no, we're getting to the pigtails now.
I guess.
Just say yes.
Well, no, you're the person that knows. We don't want you to guess. You think that the braids are hot, don't you?
I think cute is more appropriate.
Admit it.
Now, let's take a listen then. I'll have this marked as an exhibit. It's part of the conversation.
You know what I really liked is when we were in the bath with the candles.
Oh no, we're getting into the audio now. Oh my goodness.
In the bath with the candles, and I had the braids. Some of her bubbles. Can I have some on top of this?
Oh, I love the braids.
I know they're hot.
Look at this guy's face.
And you're talking about braids, right?
Yes.
And you're talking about how much you like them, right?
Yes.
And you're also saying that they're hot, right?
Yes.
And that you thought the braids were hot.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm not
Just admit to it, ma'am.
asking for an okay. I'm asking for you to tell me the truth. What is it that you believe?
I believe that he thought it was hot, so it was hot.
Well, you want to listen here when you say that they're hot?
Not again, not again.
I just heard it.
Right. And it doesn't say anything about you doing this for Mr. Alexander anywhere, does it?
No, that's implied.
It's implied. Let's listen to it and see where it's implied.
Oh no, no, no.
You know what I really liked is when we were in the bath with the candles, and I had the braids.
Just look at her face.
That's your voice, right?
Yes, and Travis's.
Did I ask you if that was Travis's voice, man?
Yeah, but should we ask you if it was Travis's voice? I don't know why she does that.
I didn't know which voice you were talking
It
about.
makes her look. Oh, now she's just getting smart with him.
And you looked at the jury.
You know, part of me thinks that prosecutors, when they're doing their cross examinations, they have to be this animated. They have to be this edgy because it keeps the jurors awake. Because, you know, if you're doing like a boring cross examination, maybe the jurors, maybe they doze off and they don't pay attention. But like this kind of keeps like your eyes on like, you know, the cross examination. You're paying attention to it.
January 24th of 08 or January 20th of 08, do you?
No, I would have never.
Why?
I'm not asking if you would ever. Do you mention it there?
I said no.
And with regard to not mentioning it there, nothing stopped you from mentioning it, right?
Yes, something did stop me.
So that's why he asked, oh, you know, when you write in your diary, it's because you know that no one's going to read it, right?
You're saying that somebody held your hand and stopped you from writing that?
I'm not saying that.
Are you saying that somebody came into your house and stole your journals and said, you know, and took whatever was the journal there so that took the journal so you
Oh, man, that eye roll. Oh, dude.
couldn't write in it?
I'm not saying that.
Do you just when do you decide to tell the truth? When you're in this court and no place else? Is that what I'm hearing from you?
No.
Oh, that's the detective. Oh, shit, because I've only seen like the side or the back of his head. Wait, really? He like gets a front row seat right next to the attorney? Oh, shit. Oh, shit, she's screwed.
Yes or no?
Nothing did that day.
Yes or no? Would anything have stopped you from calling your father? Supposed or claimed injury to the little finger until after you killed Mr. Alexander, right?
That's right.
Ma'am,
His body language is so fucking crazy.
Restate the question.
if it was so noteworthy, why can't you remember the time?
It was kind of traumatic.
So, ma'am, were you
I was
angry?
not angry.
Were
You
you
guys
angry?
in chat
I
by
became
this?
angry later, but not in that moment.
Were you angry at that time, ma'am?
I said not in that moment.
So the answer is no, right? Were you upset at that time?
Yes.
And get her to
So if you're
answer.
upset, aren't you kind of, your senses heightened at that time to know the time?
Objection, she said, answer the question.
Overruled.
And I'm asking for your opinion.
Again, ask and answer. She can't speculate.
Overruled.
Oh, man.
But you have forgotten the time.
I know it was the afternoon.
Ma'am, I'm asking you for the time.
Objection, Ms. Kirkwood's testimony. She
Oh,
said she doesn't know the time.
no.
Restate your question. Sustained.
You said that you'll never forget it, right?
The incident.
Right. And I'm asking you, isn't it true that you forgot the time?
Objection again in Ms. Kirkwood's testimony. She said she never knew the time.
Sustained. Rephrase.
What time did your shift start?
This
In
guy
the
got no
morning.
patience.
What time?
Sometime in the morning. I don't know the exact time.
You don't know the exact time, yet you knew that you had to be there on that day at a certain
Yes.
time? What time does Mimi's open?
I've never opened Mimi, so I'm not sure, but they open early.
So you don't know the time that it opens, you don't know the time that you went to work, right?
How do you not know what time it opens if you work there? That's really weird. Because like there are times where I don't work open shifts, but like, oh, know what time or hours of operations are, because when you go, customers will ask, like, oh, what time do you guys open or what time do you guys close? Like, you got to know the hours of operation, bro. Did she even work there?
Not the exact time.
And you also alluded to a little bit that you have problems with your memory. Is this a long-standing thing that you've had problems with your memory, or is this just something that happened recently?
Oh no, more memory issue
Your
question.
problems with your memory, is it of recent vintage?
Define recent?
I don't know, since you
Bye,
started
Dave. Have fun at
testifying.
work.
No, it goes back further than that.
How long does it, far back does it go?
I don't even know if I'd call it a problem.
Well, just tell me how far back it goes. You said you were going to
That's
tell
what
me, so
happens
tell
when
me,
you
please.
lie. That's all. It's hard to keep your lies straight, you know?
How far back what goes?
We're talking about your memory problem, right? Well, you don't want to call them problems, right?
No.
No, I don't want to call
You
it
don't want to
problems.
call them issues, right?
No.
I don't know. I really
Right?
don't
You
know.
don't want to call them issues. You just told me that, right?
I didn't say I don't want to.
With regard to these memory issues that you claim to have, when did you start having them?
That's a question you can't answer. It's a hard question. Oh, man. This is a bad hole to dig yourself into.
It depends on the type of memory issue.
If it benefits you, you have a memory issue?
Objection, argumentative, Your Honor.
Or if it hurts you, you have a memory issue?
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained.
Well,
When it hurts, sometimes I
ma'am, there's no question right now. What factors influence your having a memory problem?
I wonder how good her memory was during direct examination.
Usually when men like you are screaming at me or grilling me, or someone like Travis doing the same.
Oh, she's trying to get sympathy from the jury.
That affects your memory problems,
It
right?
does. It makes my brain scramble.
It's when she's confronted by someone who doesn't buy into her bullshit, who doesn't buy into her, like, you know, baby act, who doesn't buy into her, like, cute, innocent act. It's when people confront her and they don't believe the bullshit. Because even when she was doing the interrogation, you know, during the interrogation, the detective kind of had to baby her because he's trying to get her to talk as much as she can and make her feel as comfortable, right? And try to, like, trick her into, you know, revealing and exposing herself. But with Juan Martinez, he ain't got time for that. He already has the facts. He's going to expose her with it, and he doesn't have to baby her. So she's like, I'm not used to this. Help me.
It's not your fault.
I'm not saying that. You're saying that. You can't remember things that are going on.
It's not your fault.
I'm not saying that. You're saying that, isn't it?
No, I'm not saying that.
Where did you go after you left Mimi's?
Left Mimi's. Oh my God. The way that he's
I went
asking these
to
questions.
Travis's house.
You're mumbling. I didn't hear you.
We were not boyfriend girl.
Wait.
You really shouldn't mumble, because I can't understand a word you're saying.
Would be like 9 atomic bombs.
Mumbler!
So, in your discussions, you told him, I want you to hope that I come over on the 21st?
I didn't tell him that.
Of course you didn't. The point is, you really didn't, you can't tell us anything about the circumstances of that day, can you?
That's not true.
Well, you can't tell us about the time, right?
Nope.
Not a precise hour and minute.
You
No.
can't tell us what you worked at Mimi's, right?
Nope.
What hours, right?
Not the precise hours.
You can't tell us what time you got over to his house, right?
Oh man, this is not looking
Not the precise
good.
minute.
You can't tell
Just imagine, this is day one of cross-examination.
us if there was even a telephone call that morning, right?
Hey Tom. No, she's
I don't
not. She's in
remember if there
prison.
were calls that morning.
Thank
Can't tell us
God.
anything.
It wouldn't necessarily mean that because it doesn't mean that he went. But that night,
Now, I'm saying hypothetically. That means assume
Okay.
that he went to family home evening. And if it started at 7, he wouldn't have been at his house, right?
that's right.
A statement from her indicating that you told her that the masturbatory conduct took place while he was on the computer.
No, I've never heard her say that.
Ma'am, were you here at a hearing?
Objection, Your Honor.
Right.
Oh no. Oh no.
Jealousy because you want to know what's going on with him that night?
Oh
Man.
man, the eye roll.
How long? And that excited tone could be for a myriad of reasons, but one of them was that you were there unannounced, right?
That's right.
Why is this such a theme with Jodi? You were there unannounced. You peeped in. You showed up. No one called you. This is like the third or fourth time already, right? Man, she just loves showing up unannounced.
And it could be that
Catch him by
he was-
surprise. Like you either got bangs or you don't. What is this? What is this? Day fucking one. That was brutal.